The fall of 2024 will go down in history as the time pretentiousness died in Hollywood. I think what made people fall in love with film are the stories that were told. For 2 hours, we were allowed to escape from the mundane reality of our everyday lives and be transported into another life. Modern cinema has evolved into an ego trip where everyone has to prove a point instead of telling a story. This has never been more evident than this month when we had two films, both budgeted at hundreds of millions of dollars, totally bomb at the box office. What do these films have in common? They were both made by filmmakers who have created some of the best cinematic experiences of our time but forgot about the magic of movies and instead focused on the art of me. Instead of a showcase of story and character that helped audiences empathize with another reality, audiences only got a showcase of ego that nobody connected with. We live in a time where all of us are divided by one form or another, but cinema has been a consistent watering hole for everyone for the last 70 years. No matter what our beliefs, we were able to come together for 2 hours and pretend to be in someone else's shoes. That's what made Francis Ford Coppola's and Todd Phillips' original films so good. Whether we were at war or had a hangover, we were able to empathize and come out of that cinema with a new understanding. The modern blockbuster was born out of empathy, with the audience pondering, what if that would have been me swimming over Jaws? Modern studios have lost the spark that helped them take the risks that gave us films like Star Wars and Back to the Future, and instead have opted for the safe bets based on months of focus group data. But now, those safe bets have turned into disasters. If you told us years ago that the sequel to an Oscar-winning comic book movie starring Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn would bomb, we would have laughed in your face, but here we are. If you entered a film school and asserted that a $100 million self-funded film by the dude who made The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, starring every major Hollywood actor, would turn out to be the biggest blow to Hollywood since COVID, you would have been laughed out of the room, but yet again, here we are. We are at a precipice in cinema culture. Filmmakers are not adapting to modern audiences like they used to. It's like the only films that are getting picked up are in two categories, pretentious or blockbuster, but these aren't separate categories anymore. The blockbuster films are selling, so the pretentious filmmakers are gravitating towards them, but in doing so, think they are too good for blockbuster filmmaking. On the other hand, blockbusters try so hard to make a point and lost the plot altogether. We no longer have decent mid-budget cult films that inspire people's imaginations. All we have is films made by committees or people who think they are smarter than the committees. I hope that this month has shown the studios and filmmakers that audiences are smarter than they think. To be able to make films is a privilege, and we as the audience have finally begun to realize the power we have. The audience numbers this month have shown that audiences can't stand pretentious, mediocre content.